You know what's the cool thing about MaxPax? Which is something that is so difficult to copy, is that um, he plays the game in such a way where it looks like he doesn't give a crap. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's you'll see him make moves. I'm like, oh, that's so risky. It's like, oh,
Hmm.
that's so aggressive, and oh, but what if? You know, it feels like he just turned out the what if in his head. He just picks a strategy and he goes with it. And that doesn't mean he doesn't reevaluate, but he's so good at picking extremely aggressive strategies. He's great at metagaming people as well. Like he's insanely young, but it feels like he like just a seasoned veteran. The way that he tends to plan series, especially in PvP. I think a little bit less in PvZ, where he tends to be a little bit one-dimensional. But in PvP, like it's crazy to see to me the way that he plays. Like just the way that he picks strategies, the way he executes them with just the most confidence, unit movement wise, um, just reactionary wise as well. Like it's so crazy to see. Like he's from such a young player. Young players tend to be uh, rather aggressive, but after a while, once they get better, initially that tends to kind of turn into over defensive play. But not here with MaxPax. He was opening the series just as I'm saying it. He's opening the series with a freaking cannon rush on Jagannatha. Now this is not a bad map for a cannon rush, honestly. This is a pretty okay map for a cannon rush. Let's see what Trap does. Let's see what Trap does. This should be a full out wall. Yep, there we go. And there's good locations here for cannons. There's good locations for cannons. That probe control of MaxPax in the main base is going to be the main thing we should be paying attention to right now. We're going to assume he knows how to wall on the low ground. And of course he knows how to wall on the low ground. But that main base probe gets down a pylon, that's big already. Now that probe can die. That probe is okay to die now.
Yep, because he's got high ground vision from the pylon, so when this cannon finishes up, he can just bring the next probe up, and then he can really start to establish control in this main base. The probes pull away, and now he's going to start up the cannons. However, one cannon starts from trap. MaxPax will double cannon, so he's going to get 2 versus 1, but there's a Zealot that will put some damage down. Now he's going to go for 3 versus 2. Probe continues to run. The Zealot low, but still alive. The probe gets caught, so that's going to be the end of the probe here, but the cannons are well on the way. He wasted a lot of time of that Zealot being able to attack, and now if the Zealot goes back in, this cannon's still going to push it back very quickly, right? So MaxPax should win out the cannon war here, I want to say.
Do you attack the pylon here if you're trapped with the cell and everything? No, he's going to go for the cannons. I think MaxPax is just winning this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's got better cannon count, right? He's going to go for the pylon now, but oh, does he get the pylon? Well, there's a new pylon already on the way. If he needs to get the cannon though, right? Oh, he shoots the probe. So the pylon survives for a little while. Now he's going for it with the probes, but he won't get it with the probes because of the cannons. They are going to hold the low HP pylon. The Zealot goes the wrong way as well. Finally, the pylon goes down and the cannons are unpowered, but the new one is done. MaxPax just won the game, right?
It does look kind of good for him. Yeah, GG. GG gets called as MaxPax defeats the GSL Super Tournament champion in game number 1 with a cannon rush. And that is no issue here for our boy from Denmark, who is looking fantastic. Unbelievable. This is exactly what I was talking. I love it when I start a story wardy and the player immediately proves my point. Isn't that great?
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, I feel like when you talk about MaxPax, though, it's like it's an easy point to prove, do you not think?
Oh yeah. Well, because he shows it every single game. Like this kid is absolutely bananas. Yeah, I love watching him play. It's great. He just does it, man. He just does it. That was close. Interesting response out of trap, by the way. Not walling there. If you're gonna go for a cannon defense, and you're playing against someone who's going for that second high ground pylon, you kind of have to wall. Like that isn't exactly rocket science right there. Like you need to try to wall that off, and then you're gonna be fine. I think in this position. I also initially think I mentioned it, but if you sacrifice that Zealot onto the pylon and then use the 2 cannons to shoot that pylon, now, of course you don't know what the timing on the 3rd probe is, but I think it was obvious you're not gonna win the cannon fight with 3 against 2, even if yours started 2 seconds faster. Like that's just not how it works. Like 2 seconds isn't enough to kill a complete extra cannon. And eventually he did have to go for the pylon. Does it get it? And MaxPax just kind of picks up. Romanticide, by the way, good map for cannons as well.
This is actually now MaxPax's server preference too. So he just did that on West. So now it's Central. Yeah.
All right. All right, all right. Bottom right, spawning as the blue Protoss player. It's going to be Mr. Trap.
Taking on Mr. MaxPax on the top left-hand side. I read Protoss, and he's going to low ground pylon.
Oh, you know what I'd love if he'd do? If he sends out a probe slightly before gateway to truly make his opponent believe that he's cannoning again. Because he's going to be opening it with 1 gate expand. If you can even, for half a second, make your opponent believe that you're cannon rushing, that's going to be such a massive advantage. Like an absolutely crazy advantage is what I'm talking about. Because that usually tends to mean that your opponent isn't going to be scouting your natural base before their second pylon starts. And if you don't know your opponent is 1 gate expanding before your second pylon start, like, I wish you good luck at beating that build, my friend. Like, you're gonna have a rough time. Even now, with a scout after, I think, second gas downstairs. You see how afraid Trap is? Sends down 1 probe to scout for cannon, second probe goes to the probe. But this Nexus is just going to be going down. Like, you need to scout after gate in order to stop this Nexus from going down. And that's not going to be the case. MaxPax is going to be chasing that probe that will scout, hey, this is 1 gate expand. And I think MaxPax is going to be in a fantastic position here.
Yep, he gets the 1 gate expand off with no repercussions, and well, Trap's best chance here is just to go 2 gate expand himself if he wants to keep up in economy. Obviously, sometimes you can play a proxy against this, which looks as though it's going to be his plan. Sets the pylon up on the left, and most popular, a robo against this. Sometimes people just add on a 3rd gateway and just go for like maybe 3, sometimes even 4 gates to just pressure the front and expand behind. But we'll see what he wants to do. I mean, he has got a lot of gas, so I'd be surprised if it's not a robo. Ooh, a Stargate, that's different, but it's seen by MaxPax, and Trap doesn't know it's seen.
Yeah, immediately gets spotted. I mean, now he knows it's seen, but it's not like you're going to cancel the Stargate, right? No. Opens up with Adept as well. We see a pylon on the natural base of Trap. Response here is going to be Stargate, most likely on the low ground. Even though there's no probe on the low ground. Okay, it's going to be high ground Stargate, battery, full wall, followed up by a forge. Want to be full walling with that forge and then get a lot of freaking cannons going. Okay, that's going to be the main plan here. As the opener is Adept, by the way, and it gets spotted, these first 2 Stalkers will actually be able to most likely clear a pylon. Now, what MaxPax does need to be afraid of, or at least careful of, is a full wall. He needs... Oh my god, he just walls with a 2nd gateway. I don't like that. That probably should have been a forge. I am 90% sure that should have been a forge. Now, he's going to get 1 pylon for free, which isn't a massive deal, but it's still... It's still nice, because it's going to delay the pylon that will get the batteries near the base of MaxPax. Oh no!
Ooh. Unwalls, re-walls as the Adepts threaten the Shading, so saves himself some trouble there.
Yeah, the battery isn't done yet. The battery is not done yet, and
nope.
That might be an issue. Oh my god, I timed it out perfectly. Why am I even thinking that it might go wrong? Why? Yeah, why?
Are you a MaxPax hater?
No, just doubters. Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, there's not even a single battery yet here. Like, he could actually just defend this with 4 Stalkers and a battery at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of is, right? I mean, his Void Ray's on the way too, so he's good. I mean, what do you do to break this? I mean, I guess you get out Void Raid soon, but then you just sit back and have a super battery. I don't know, man. I think this is a done deal.
Yeah, this
Trap
is
begins to expand.
This is a defense. This actually is just a complete defense. Now, of course, MaxPax still needs to be kind of careful. He doesn't want to be losing probes. And also important here is to not underprobe. But MaxPax tends to be very good at this. Actually going to get quite a little bit of damage on that Void Ray there. Now it's going to be 2 against 2. He turns around, activates the Void Ray. He's like, good luck, buddy.
Gets a kill.
And
that's absolutely massive.
Yeah, he also activates the super battery, by the way, and 2 Adepts go into his main base. So he does get the Void Ray kill, which is nice, but he's gonna lose a little bit of eco.
I was gonna say, is he meant to have Warp Gate right now? Like,
no.
No?
No, you skip Warp Gate when you do this defense. You get it after you know that you've defended. Yeah, this was okay. Like, if you know that your opponent is expanding, but he never got the full confirmation. He's going to get that now with the probe. So then he's also going to start mass-producing probes, most likely. And I love this Oracle. This Oracle is absolutely brilliant because you don't kind of... Oh, no, wait. It's Trap that's doing the Oracle. That's way less brilliant. I don't like that at all, actually. I thought it was MaxPax,
Yeah.
but... Yeah, the Trap Oracle... It's, because MaxPax is already going to be kind of defensive, right? Oh, Oracle gets spotted. Takes quite some damage. 2 pylons go down for free. 2 Void Rays of Trap trying to make it into the main base. We have a battery in the main base here for MaxPax. 4th Void Ray on the way as well. Battery in the natural. And he's moving into a massive supply block, which does actually kind of suck.
Yeah, Void's into the main. A couple of these probes already going down, so 3 workers killed off as our Voids are going to force the other Voids to recall away. The Oracle shows back up into the natural, and Stalkers are going to get there. Pushes the Oracle back again. Okay.
You know what, Wardy? After everything's been said and done, I don't really mind Trap's position too much.
Yeah, he's done enough, right?
Yeah, it was a disaster, but the 2 adepts going in, I think, kind of saved the game for him there. Then getting this slight damage with the 2 extra Void Rays. Oh my god, this is not good for MaxPax. Yeah. That's a dead Void Ray.
Yeah, and that's just a giveaway. Really no reason to give that up. Just painful.
That is just painful, that is. 3rd gateway on the way now for Trap as well. There's a Forge down already for MaxPax, which is nice. Twilight Council on the way as well. Warp Gate finally finishes up, and he's still up a Void Ray, but he's down 5 Stalkers. Building an Oracle as well, and Trap is absolutely not expecting that. I really believe that the 4th Void Ray for MaxPax should have been an Oracle already. I think that was a mistake that he made. Now Trap actually sees that there was a Chrono Boost on that Stargate. He's gonna lose the Oracle himself and probably should realize, hey, there's something on the map here, what's going on. Doesn't realize and is probably gonna end up losing, I think 2-3 workers at least to this Oracle. Ah, never mind. Trap, yeah, I think he realized, like, something's going on here.
Yep, as you see, the Oracle gets a kill, backs out. Nice revelation to keep track of things, but yep, robot facility coming up, so you'll have detection for the Dark Templar, and it looks good for our boy in blue.
Yeah, it does look nice for the boy in blue. I still like the Dark Shrine though as a call, not necessarily bad.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those. I mean, it's not bad to have, right? Even if there's going to be observers up initially, it can still be a good addition, and I think it definitely helps you kind of stay in the game as well, right? And it can definitely bring you back. You never know. I like it. He is going to be ahead on the +1 attack. How significant is that going to be for the Stalker fights?
I don't think we're going to be seeing too many Stalker fights. I think we're going to be seeing a fight initially because Trap knows he has the faster blink, but after that, I'd honestly be kind of surprised if we're going to see a lot of constant trading. This base should not go down, by the way. That's insanely important. I don't think it will, but yeah. Okay, MaxPax is on point. Good micro with the Void Rays.
Yeah.
Control very, very quick there. Oracle goes into the main base. There's nothing in the main.
There's not anything in the main, so there's going to be quite a few probes, and this is maybe just what MaxPax needs to get a little bit more settled in this, right? As he will lose the Oracle, but 7 probes takes a slight worker lead, and maybe that just helps him play catch-up that little bit on the overall supplies. As he is going to be losing a pile on this right side, so that is shut down pretty swiftly. So if he was trying to be aggressive right there, it's not going to be allowed to happen.
Yeah, that was for DTs, right? Like it had to be. I think the move the move I kind of expect out of MaxPax here is an attack or like a fake attack on the 3rd base and then a double DT warping right into the natural and main. This is an extremely common move currently in PvP, where you pull away the attention from a 3rd, from a natural, or to a 3rd from your natural, from your main, and then you kind of run by with your DT. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. I think Trap might have caught the tail end of those 2 DTs moving to the right side, though. I'm not sure if he did, but I believe he might have with his own observer. Because the movement out of Trap... No, actually, Trap's just attacking.
He's going to move forward. This does leave his left side base open. Void Rays activate, and MaxPax can't really do much here. He does pull Trap back, though, right? So keeps Trap on this side for a little while. And now MaxPax gets away. Remember, he is on his way to, as he moves forward, he gets a good shot on a Void Ray. Now he gets blinked on, though, right? And so he's outstalked, so it's definitely problematic. He gets another shot on a Void Ray, but not the same one. MaxPax trailing a lot of supply now, so as Trap comes across the map, MaxPax is seemingly in quite a bit of trouble.
Yeah, MaxPax getting +2. Charge as well, getting completely blinked upon. He's gonna lose a lot of Stalkers. What's the battery count at the 3rd base? There's 2, but Both of them are kind of in awkward positions. They're in great positions, though, to defend this ramp. And we actually do see Trap moving up here. Now, there is an observer. 5 Stalkers of MaxPax just moving back. The battery gets used a little prematurely, I feel like. Another weird blink back as well coming out of MaxPax. Perhaps if he manages to take out this Prism, he can do something. But with this Prism still alive, I don't think so. Good blink on coming out of MaxPax. And kind of just blinking on top of each other. This doesn't look too hot for the Danish 16-year-old, though.
He doesn't have enough stuff, right? He's out of options. And Trap is going to win a map back. Turns around what was a pretty horrible position for him. And turns it into something winnable. And pulls through from there. So well played by Trap.
Right, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3 here between in the top right spawning as the Red Protoss player. It's going to be Mr. Trap.
Ooh. And the bottom left. Our blue Protoss from Team Exxon is MaxPax.
Pylon first, Scout.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very popular one-gate expand map, so not too surprised to see an early scout. What's the significance of it being Pylon first, though?
I'm glad you asked. Let me flex some knowledge. So, usually Gateway Scout is good enough for the standard 20 Nexus, right? So if you got your 20 Nexus and you scout after gate, you can block a Nexus. Now the thing is, what Parting has been doing in the latest GSL Super Tournament is that Parting started playing 70 Nexus before gas. And I think if you micro your probes well, you have like 1.5 seconds before your opponent's probe arrives and you can throw down the Nexus. Because you just cut 3 workers and you cut a gas. So it's like, it's quite a bit, it's like 220? Which is barely enough to get your Nexus down. So I think that is the reason why Trap went for the Pylon Scout. That's the only thing I can say. Maybe he was also afraid of a cannon rush, which is honestly awful on this map. So I'd be surprised if that's why he did it. Now, I have a theory that is based on nothing, but I believe that MaxPax has the best one-gate expand versus one-gate expand. Well, it's based on my experience of playing against him. It could also just be that I suck again in one-gate versus one-gate. Like, it's so rare for people to be ahead against MaxPax in the one-gate versus one-gate battle. And I don't quite understand why that is. But he always just seems to get like a 2 or 3 probe edge out of basically thin air. Now, I'm kind of wondering if this is also going to be the case against Trap, or if this just is the case against mediocre Dutch players.
But I mean, like, even if you're bad at one gate versus one gate, you would know, right? Because then you play other players as well. So it's relative to other people. You feel even worse against MaxPax.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so he's proxying a Stargate now. Now this is something that... Wait, what happened with Trap's probe on the other side of him? Did it die? Yeah, that always happens to me as well. Maybe it was a probe trade or something like that. Oh, he's gonna actually proxy Void Ray off of this.
You like it?
I have no clue if I like it. I've never seen this actually before. He's gonna go for the main base as well. The build order for Trap is insanely good, and he also followed this up with an Adept. So I think this is almost a win by default for Trap, actually.
Because he's gonna see no Nexus, right? And then maybe you should get your own Void Ray.
Yeah. And he's also going to kill like 5 workers with this Adept. Unless...
Yes, there is absolutely nothing at home.
Yeah, there's not a unit. Unless he loses it to a surround, but that seems extremely unlikely knowing how good Trap is with single gateway units. This is one of the things, if you watch Trap, Zest, these guys are control with initial gate units in PvP, PvT. It's ridiculous. It is nothing to do with how a lot of Europeans control their units. Like, it's not similar. 7 kills on this first Adept.
He's gonna kill the Void Ray Pylon.
Oh my god.
No, not like this. I mean, the Oracle comes out and comes to the side, and it's gonna waste its damage. I mean, it didn't even get a kill. Hello? Did this game just end? I mean, not quite, but this is kind of wild.
It's difficult to say because there's a battery on the side of MaxPax. And the moment that second Void Ray pops, it's going to be 2 Void Rays against 1 with no defensive batteries. Now, there's going to be 4 Stalkers, I think. Now, he's going to go for 3 Stalkers and a battery. MaxPax has units in the front. I don't actually know what's happening here. Oh, this Void Ray's dead.
No. Yeah, well, no, MaxPax decides to pull back to save a Void Ray. He will keep it alive for a while. That's a 1-to-1 trade, but it means that MaxPax stays up in a Void Ray count. And Trap didn't start a new Void Ray just yet, while MaxPax did. That's got to be kind of significant as well, given time. But there is going to be a battery on the side of Trap soon. And he has got way more Stalkers.
Yeah, I think that actually was good for Trap. I think any trade which is actually trading at this point is going to be good for Trap. Because he killed so many workers. So the production of MaxPax is just a lot worse. I actually think MaxPax might just be completely dead here.
This Void Ray took a lot of damage as well. He's got 2 now, but he loses a Stalker. Wow. This felt so bad for Trap again, but yeah, able to just about make it work out. I feel like MaxPax kind of second-guessed himself in that main base, right? He started back away, and that wasn't great. Now he's going to lose. You just can't... These batteries just aren't enough to keep these Voids alive. They're out of energy as well, even, so... Trap is just going to be a little bit too good here, and Trap honestly felt as though he probably should have been kind of on his way to being 0-6 in this group right now. Turns it around, so he finally gets a match win, and that's so important.
Yeah, MaxPax being very close to both of these games. Really just minor mistakes. I mean, not realizing that there's an adept on your opponent's side can just cost you the game like that, especially if you're playing this aggressive, no battery in your main base. 7 workers, if you only have 23, that represents a significant portion of your income. And yeah, we just see no reinforcements there to that position, except for extra Void Rays and maybe half a battery, right? So yeah, it's rough, but that's life sometimes, Wardy. Life can be rough sometimes, and yeah, that's gonna be it for that series.
It is indeed. So what